The University of Oklahoma and Gideon Taylor partnered together to update OU's current GT2 ePath solution to the new GT 3.30 framework. This ePath solution contained 8 different forms to aid in personnel action requests. One of these forms is the additional pay eForm, which is used to issue a payment unrelated to the employee's base pay. The request for additional payments can be started by any initiator, but the department that is responsible for paying the employee must be one the initiator has access to. The solution was designed to be flexible yet efficient as it combined two campuses' business processes into a single form. To get started, the initiator begins by opening the ePath homepage and searching for the employee they wish to request the payment for. Once the employee is located, click on the green arrow to display the actions available for the initiator to take, and select Add Additional Payment. The Additional Pay eForm opens, and at the top, the header displays the employee's name, employee ID, and employee record. The View Job Data button can be clicked to view the employee's current job details. The Additional Pay Details segment requests the payment details from the initiator. The Pay Period End Date dropdown is based on a custom view that initializes with the current pay period's end date, but also displays the next 2 future pay periods' end dates as an option for the payment. Form Prepopulation displays the employee group and the home department for the selected employee for reference. If the initiator does not have access to the employee's home department through department security, a warning message appears asking the initiator to choose a department in which they have access to for this payment. The earnings code prompt is controlled by a setup table where the settings for earning codes are defined based on employee's company and employee group. The setup table also defines if the chosen earning code can be created as a reoccurring payment. The form dynamically changes the number of payments field to display only if the payment cannot be reoccurring, or the field will be left open for users to input a value if reoccurring is allowed. The length of a reoccurring payment is also defined on the setup table. After the initiator enters a dollar amount in the Amount per Paycheck field, the Total Payment field will calculate the payment total based on the number of payments and the Amount per Paycheck field. Additional fields such as Work Begin Date, Work End Date, and the Justification field may be required based on the earning code setup table. The payment may be able to use the employee's current position funding based on a variety of factors, including if the initiator has access to the home department, or if the current funding account code is valid based on the earnings code. If the employee's current funding cannot be used, the question, should this payment have different funding from the position, will be marked as yes and will appear as display only. If the current funding can be used, the initiator can select one or more rows of the current funding to be copied down into the payment funding grid. The initiator could also use the buttons Copy All or Remove All to add or delete current funding rows into or from the payment funding grid. To add a new row of payment funding, the initiator clicks on the plus button and will either enter the payment percentage or the payment dollar amount. The opposite of whatever field is entered is then calculated. Users can continue to modify either field with the end goal of ensuring the total percent field equals 100% to be able to submit the form. To look up a combo code, users use the Select or Create Combo Code button and can either search by any piece of the existing chart field string they know, or create a brand new combo code which then can be used for the payment funding. If the current initiator is a provost or records user, then the additional routing needed segment is shown, where the transaction can be routed to the Board of Regents to add to an upcoming Regents agenda if marked. Attachments may also be required based on the earning code used for this payment. This again is defined by the earning code setup table. The initiator can then submit the form, and once all approvals have been received, the transaction will write in the Create Additional Pay component in PeopleSoft. The Additional Pay eForm provides OU users the ability to complete a simple form to request additional payments. With the use of a setup table to define many settings available on the form, functional users can easily change these settings as needed, which allows for minimal impact to the form as business processes are changed on one or more campuses. Users can also use the Mass Submit and Approve features for this Additional Pay eForm. For more information on those features, review our Batch Tool video for the Mass Submit process and the GT Action Center video for the mass approving. To find out more about how GT can help your organization, please give us a call or visit our website. Thanks for watching.